Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm working on, remember I told you in my last video that I had loads and loads and loads, and did I tell you I had loads of brochures? I think I did, I might have mentioned it. Well, today, or in this video I should say, I'm just going to slap some, it's curly whirly time, I'm just going to slap some acrylic paint on just to start the process off. I just want to cover some of the info up, not all of it. It doesn't matter if it kind of doesn't cover. I can't find my gesso, which is why I'm doing it with flipping acrylic paint. The gesso somewhere, I can't find it. But anyway, this works just as well. Well, it might do anyway. So I'm sure you don't want to be bored with watching me cover this up forever. What's on there? So I'm just going to continue to do this, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm using my so sophisticated hairdryer. I'm just going to dry this off. 1 second. Okay, so what I did, as I said to you, I wished over it with some acrylic paint, just crappy cheap acrylic paint from Hobbycraft. Then I started to spray with my homemade, as many of you have got, alcohol inks. Now, what I've learned is that obviously we wanted some resist going on, and it does cover eventually, but you just got to kind of bear with me a little bit. And you need your sophisticated hairdryer or whatever implement you've got, and a couple of things like I'm using, where you gone? This today, just to give it a bit of texture. Now, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, and I have no idea. You see, what I like to do, and I encourage people to do in their life, is to, first of all, let's just go, I want that one, let's just go that way, because I like this bit that's happening over here. Hopefully you can see this. I know I'm not doing it that way, but I can't because of the way the camera is. So, to get the kind of texture, let's get a purple that's going to spray, eh? Let's just, have I got one? Is that it? Oh, I'll have some of that one instead. So, that didn't work too good. Oh, there it is. No, it's not. Is that it? No. Where's my purple gone? Does anybody know where my purple is? Can anybody see it from there? Come on, shout down the screen at me. Oh, maybe that was it and I just didn't. Anyway, so when you've squidged it on and it starts to do its thing, quickly get a hairdryer. Just very quickly. Because obviously the alcohol is flammable, so do be careful when you're doing this. But you get lovely, if I can get that right to you, you get lovely kind of resist bits going on. Obviously, you do have to be very careful because, let's try and actually waffle while I'm waffling, put that purple in another bottle. So I think it's just the sprayer that's gone on this other bottle, rather than the actual colour gone wonky. So, as soon as you kind of spray, there we go, beautiful, you just spray, okay? And the closer you go, the more you get in terms of intensity of colour. Now, give it a couple of seconds and off you go, because what this will do is spread the ink, and I'm sure you all know these techniques. So, I'm just going to do it quickly. To show you, and it takes a couple of seconds. Okay, so it takes a couple of seconds, obviously, to dry the alcohol off, and then you get these, where have you gone? No, that way, Mia. Then it starts to do all of this. So you just have to keep going and be brave when you're doing it. What colour shall I do next? I'll do some blues over here. Because it will cover eventually, and And even if it doesn't, so what? Right? But obviously work with a ventilated room, but this isn't one of those. So here we go again, very quickly. Okay. So far, that's what has happened. And some of it's not so dry, some of it is starting to create some lovely, lovely, interesting patterns. See? And it's up to you. You could just stamp on the top of that with colours and textures and use that as it is. Because this side is lighter and you can still see the words through it. Or you can carry on. And guess what? We're going to carry on. So I don't quite know what colour this is. It looks like red. I've done some more blending of my colours recently and I'm not quite sure. I've used, first of all I made the alcohol inks out of Sharpies, and now I found some old cheapo inks that I'm just going to blast, bear with me. Well, take out the tissue paper. Okay, so I'm just covering up my keeping before I start spraying in the same direction. So again, when you hit it with the, there, look how beautiful that is. When you hit it with the heat, whatever tool you've got, in my case it's just a hairdryer, then obviously you spread the ink really well and it's just amazing the effect it has. I want some green in here, so let me just put some beautiful balance in here. Green is the colour of balance and the colour of your heart centre. Not that many of you probably know what I'm talking about, but for those that do. Right, and dry. It just ceases to amaze me how beautiful this becomes. And this is what I'm saying. There is no reason why I do it this way. I just like the way it affects. I just love the way it turns out. So just having my drink fix. And sometimes it won't cover, sometimes it does. The more layers you put on, obviously, the deeper the colours are gonna. Oh, that's red. We'll have pink. Let's try some of this pink. So, life isn't always perfect. In fact, I don't know anybody's life that is perfect, and this is beyond those. This is like this. This is like the same thing. I wish I could finish my sentences today. So you could just leave that dry, or you could just blast it and give it a little bit of an edge, so you get that nice free-flowing bit that happens when you blast the colour. And I mean, these would just be the most amazing washi tapes, would they not? Because you wouldn't have to do this side, you just have to do this side, and then stick all your washi tape on the other side. But it is quite glossy, so you might need to gesso it first to give it something to stick to, and then and then put a little bit more green. And you can go back over the greens that you've done, or you can just create new colours over the top. Blasting! Let's move that in, baby. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Yeah. I love it. Okay, so here's what I got for you. I'm just going to slowly take it over each side. And so you can see some of the amazing effects that this has produced on what was a very, very shiny brochure. And this is a threefold brochure again. But just look at some of that. I mean, you just couldn't create that, could you? You just couldn't. That's just amazing. And this, doing it this way, and especially, I don't know about card, but onto shiny paper, I mean, just look at that. Can you just fall into that and go into a, whoa, yay, baby. Go into a nice deep state of being. Okay, so this is shiny paper, so it kind of makes it a little bit translucent, but it also makes it, what can I say, just beautiful. Excuse me, just kind of beautiful. And I'm not going to do any more to that because I love that. I really love that. I love all three parts. I might do something just a little bit up here, but I could stamp on this, or actually I could. I've got some, what's that one? Well, yeah, that's alcohol ink. I'm smelling it then. I could do with, let me just see what happens when I splatter a little bit. Because I have a feeling it's obviously going to create more. Ah, of course it does. What a ridiculous bird I am. Okay, so where's my little squishy thing? Right. That's a technical term for this. That's my squishy thing. So I am just going to now create. Of course I can create. How am I going to do this? I'm going to spray it onto here, onto this flowery looking thing, and then I'm going to squish. Because that is going to then create, and I could actually do it with that colour. I think that's how I did it before, right? See, I can't even remember how I did it before. Let me just put some on the tablecloth thing. Oh yeah, that's how I did it. Comes back eventually. Just don't call me stupid for nothing. Right, so where was I? So yes, cool. So I could have just clear. Let me just add some. What I'm doing is spraying plain, well, where have you gone? Plain alcohol, just plain 90% isopropyl stuff into it. I've got it in a little spray bottle. Sprayed that onto my dotty plastic sheet, but I actually prefer it when I've got colour. And so, just using green alcohol spray. You can't see from there, but let me just twist me that way a little bit. So I'm just spraying straight onto my cloth, squishing the technical tool in there, and then I'm going to squish it and just give it a little bit of a press down onto there. Now that looks a bit muddy right now, but trust me, it will turn out as a flower. So I'm just going to keep on doing. This is how you do it. There's a song there, isn't there? This is how you do it. Right, so, or you could do nice blue. I think I'll mix that up there. Oh, flip. Right, so I'm just gonna, or you could actually probably put this into some nice, whatever, I don't know. I'm not really that technically minded, so I'm just gonna splodge it on and then see what happens. Because I prefer that method of working. I like to let the universe unfold, as they say. Right in front of my very pinky eyes. Not that my eyes are pink or anything. Okay, so do I want any more? Yeah, let's just have one on the edge there. Right, let's just get rid of that off the tablecloth. Oh, look at that. This alcohol is so proof that it's taken the colour out of the tablecloth. Perfect. Right, there we go. Look at that. I mean, you can't probably see all of it just yet because it's still doing its magic. But I really do like this. I like the effect it gives. I like my flower maker. I wonder if, now, see here I get, this is where when I say I wonder if, it's because I'm going to get super creative. No, I'm just getting super curious. So remember I mentioned these on that other video? I wonder what would happen if we kind of sprayed just alcohol ink in there and then dried that with the shape around it. I wonder what would happen. Actually nothing happens, so that's good. No, not. But I do love these flower shapes going back to that. Look, looky. Right, so let's go back here. So, look at that, baby. I mean, hey, how amazing is that? Isn't colour and chemistry just amazing? I hated it at school. I wish I'd have known then what I know now, truth. I would have probably paid more attention. But we can't go back and we can only go forward. So, experiment and just be, okay? Look at that, isn't she beautiful? So, that's how you transform a very dull, although the information was quite important, it was quite interesting on it, a very dull, shiny piece of paper into a magnificent piece of art. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, I'm blessed, you know. I love doing this. I love just doing this. And so I'm saying to you again today, people, don't be afraid of starting anywhere. I'm no way professional. I'm no way on. I did art at school, but I wasn't very good, although I did get an A. And I've never really pursued it as a career. But it is a part of getting something out of you without having to try. So you don't need much. For alcohol inks, you just need some Sharpies, and there's loads of videos out there of how to make these. In fact, you can still see in there, I think, my tube. I literally left it all in there. There it is. And so cheap Sharpies I got them from B&M stores. We've got one local to us, and I just chopped them all up, put them into my isopropyl 90% alcohol in these little spray bottles that I did actually get from China. It did take about 6 weeks for them to deliver, but I ordered them because they were only like 4 pence each or something ridiculous. So I ordered about 50 of them because it made it worth it. And that's free postage and packaging. It's just being patient to wait for a little bit of time. So don't think, oh, I haven't got that, or I can't do that, or trust me, I have got no space where I live. Where I live now, because I had to move. I didn't have to, but I chose to. And I have to get everything out of a cupboard every time I want to do something like this. And I've just got a dining table that I've put some cloth down on. So you can do this, people. You can do anything you put your mind to. Trust me, I know. Because there's many things that I have attempted to do thinking I couldn't do them, and I achieved. So please do not be put off by what your mind is telling you. Well, I've never been very good at that, or I don't think it will work out. You don't know that to be the truth because you've never done this. So if this is something you're doing for the first time, playing with alcohol inks and playing with shiny paper, then how could you possibly know that it's not going to work out, or something is not going to come from it? Because it's got to produce something, right? And you don't know what that's going to be because you've never done it before. And I didn't know that this would do this, trust me, until I did it. And now I'm like, whoa, that is absolutely beautiful. When the person on the other end of this is thinking, wow, there's no way I could have done that if I'd tried. But I didn't try, I just did. I just took some action and then the results came. So, and that's the same with life. That's my story for you today. The same with life. Take some action because something has to happen. Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, this piece of paper here in front of you started out as one object and one piece of life, for want of a better word, and now I've created something completely new from it because I took action and because I decided to do that action in a really beautiful, creative way. So I really hope that you'll take some inspiration from the words, if not this beautiful creation of work that, you know, I just don't see myself as an artist, but when I look at pieces like this, I take myself out of it and say, wow, that is just stunning. I mean, you could do whatever you want with that. You could use it on even just a portrait. You could put it into a portrait. Doesn't matter, does it? It's just amazing what happens when you just take action. So that's my guideline for you today. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, the reason people say please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, yes, I'd love for that to happen, and your comments, positive comments. If you've got negative comments, please keep them to yourself. I'm really not interested. But if you've got some really positive feedback or something that has inspired you, please share that. It's not for me. It's not about me. I'm okay with where I'm at. I don't need other people's feedback to feel good about myself or what I do. I'm in a great space. What I encourage you to do is share your inspiration to encourage others and help them to subscribe to the channel. What that helps YouTube do, it's not about me. It's about YouTube saying, this is a really good video and people want to share it. So that's what liking and thumbs up create. It creates that momentum that this is a good video that somebody else might find inspiring. And that is all this is about. It isn't about me, never was and never will be. I'm just a facilitator. And so that's why I would like to ask you to share, to comment, to thumbs up, and all of that stuff that goes on with YouTube. I'm a new subscriber to this. I haven't been doing this new as of today because I've got another channel that I've been working on, but this is my art channel, and I decided today this is the day that it needs to go live. So here we are, starting a new community to help inspire others through the work that I do. Have a fantastic day, and I'll come back here again another day.